a smart campaign for these lead ads we're doing here, right?
Yeah. So that's I wanted to take a couple minutes and talk about that because, I think it's something that people often struggle with, maybe don't get the results that they'd like to see with. And so just some backstory here. We launched a new campaign locally here. If you've been following along with the shows, last Tuesday, I set my smoking hot deals email to my email database. And now that I've installed that as something I'm going to do every Tuesday, I want to make sure that every Tuesday I send those out to a larger audience than the Tuesday before. So we launched a new ad campaign. And rather than specifically, offering my smoking hot deals list, we went with an offer that we know already works to get people to raise their hand, but that perfectly ties into, this smoking hot deals idea, which is to get a list of recently priced reduced homes here in Central PA, right? So that there's a natural tie in there, and we have proof of that offer working in a number of different markets. So we went with what we know to work and launched that. And anytime you have new leads coming into your pipeline, you want to make sure that you've got some level of automated follow-up going. Because if you're out on appointment, if you're with family, if you're whatever, if you're sleeping, that there's some kind of follow-up going on. Now, I do believe that all of you should be doing manual follow-up as well, whether it's one-to-one or it's one-to-many, like sending out your smoking hot deals list, right? That you can't automate that. Each and every week, you've got to curate the list and send that out, right? Or the weekly email newsletter that I send out on Friday, which, by the way, I shot a little short form video on that you can find on the site over the weekend, showing my the one that I sent out this week and sort of quickly overviewing the content of that, like how we build that out. And if you want the kvCORE smart code for that, or just the PDF examples and the walkthrough of it, it's included in there. It's in the community tab on the YouTube channel as well. Anyway, all that to say, you want to have some level of automation. And the reason why I love lead ads, or there are several reasons why I love lead ads, but you get full name, email, and in most cases, the cell phone number for the person opting in, which means you can follow up with them on multi-channel, multimedia. Okay. So all of that is to tee up the fact that this is the smart campaign that these leads are getting once they opt in. They are getting an email immediately. They're getting a voicemail 2 minutes later. They're getting a text message 3 minutes after that. They're getting another text message 7 minutes after that. Whoa. They're getting another voicemail 3 hours after that. Then the next day, they're getting email and text. The next day after that, they're getting an email. The next day after that, they're getting a voicemail. The next day after that, they're getting an email. The next day after that, they're getting a text and a voicemail. And on day 10, they're getting a text message. All of that messaging is designed to start a conversation. It's just to start a conversation. It's not to try and sell them anything, right? We can't sell through those mediums. We can't sell in a voicemail. We can try, but we won't be effective. All we're trying to do is open the lines of communication so we can identify, can I help this person? How can I help this person? And when can I help this person? Can I, how, and when? Can I, how, and when? And so
you're going to show the touches? I'm dying here. You're going to show the content?
Absolutely. But what I also want to mention is I have, from this new campaign, we've generated, I just want to get the numbers right here, less than 20 leads so far. Less than 20, something like 15 or 16. And I don't know the actual numbers here, but I can pull it up. I don't know how many have moved from new to active, which in kvCORE simply means that they're engaging. But I can tell you this, that I've already had significant text and phone conversation with one of them who owns his own home, who owns a rental property, who wants to buy a new home for his family and wants to add to his rental portfolio. And I've spent well under $50. Well under $50 for that one.
It hit $60 today total for the campaign.
Total. There you go.
Yeah. It's just for that one lead, you had a conversation with somebody with all that going on. That's worth $60.
Exactly. So if you have kvCORE, we'll give you the whole smart campaign, the share code for it. If you don't have kvCORE, we'll give you the templates for it. And I don't want to go through it, all of it, but let's share at least some of it. Right?
I'm most curious about the multiple texts within the first 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll start with the email. Okay. And this is simplicity, right? I'm simply giving them the thing they asked for. It's a simple thing, but if you don't do that, immediately the person, the prospect, the potential client is going to assume, whether consciously or subconsciously, this person is not good to their word. This is some kind of bait and switch. I'm done. I'm out of here, right? So we've got to make good on that promise, which is, hey, I'm sending you this list. Okay. I don't know if I'll be able to play this or not, this voicemail. Whoops. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. Cancel. I don't know. Why is it saying remove? I guess I got to save changes. No, I don't want to do that. Are you
just refresh the whole?
Oh yeah, okay. But I don't know why it's saying remove. That's the wrong verbiage. This might work.
Hey, this is Josh Shanley with eXp Realty. Looks like you were checking out some homes on our page, and I wanted to get your custom search set up for you. Just had a quick question. If you could call or text back at 717-510-1452. That's 717-510-1452. Thanks.
Okay, so one of the things on my list today is actually to review this smart campaign to see what I might want to change or tweak about it. Now that we're getting lead flow, now that we're getting feedback. The interesting thing is the one that I've had the conversation with, he actually referenced the fact that, hey, what was the question that you had to ask me? And the question was, or is, are you looking for a home for yourself or your family, or are you looking for an investment property? His answer happened to be both, right? But that's the question that I was reaching out for. Now, to Ryan's question about the multiple texts. So this is text one. Hi, Ryan. It's Josh with eXp Realty. Thanks for stopping by our page. I just emailed you the link to all the price-reduced homes available right now in Central PA. Let me know if you don't get it. And then the second one, which happened several minutes later, is also just curious. Are you looking for a specific school district? Now, I probably could reword that a little bit, but the point is the goal of that little two-step text message is to, number one, confirm that, hey, I've done the thing that you asked for. Like that thing you asked for, it's in your inbox. Please go check it. Number two is I'm asking a question for the conversation.
Yeah. And it all feels like you're just, it's not pushy at all. It's all of service. And that leads into this question here. Yeah. And that's what came to mind for me too, is what are you sending in order to avoid TCPA drama? And I think what you're sending does avoid that. It's not irritating. It's just being of service.
It's confirming they opted in. They requested that. We're using the right disclosure as far as Facebook lead ads go to be compliant in that situation, at least here in Pennsylvania, at least as far as I know. Again, I'm not an attorney. I'm not even a broker. So you want to make sure that you're doing things in a compliant fashion. But all I'm trying to do is make good on the thing that they asked for. And that said, I've had at least one, maybe two, that immediately or soon thereafter replied, stop. And we won't text anymore. And that's fine. Right? I've had that happen though. Don't just assume if someone says stop or unsubscribes by text that they're not interested in what you offer. To some people, their text medium is very personal for them. They don't want to communicate there. But that doesn't mean that doesn't automatically mean they're not going to transact business with you. We've had many clients that we've generated or gotten through kvCORE where they've unsubscribed to text, but we're able to continue to build rapport and relationship, et cetera.
You see them in the activity stream, searching properties. Yeah,
exactly. So don't automatically assume that if someone says stop or unsubscribes, that they're not interested in what you're offering. They may just not want you in their text inbox. That's all, right? Don't jump to conclusions. Now, it may be that they really weren't interested or whatever, or they were just curious. But many, that's not the case. They want their text privacy, let's say.
So guys, just to reiterate, this will be on the wakeup.real estate site, the templates, Josh, the kvCORE share
Yep.
code.
Yep.
Okay.
And David asked, can I share the campaign?
Yeah.
Now, David, are you talking about, well, so he's saying the ad campaign, not necessarily the smart campaign. So let me see if I can.
I have it here. I was just looking at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead. We're testing a couple of different images and a couple of different copy variations. Okay.
I'm surprised they approved this. There was a point in time when Facebook wouldn't approve images of a map because they said it would it talked about functionality that didn't exist on the site, and this functionality does exist, but they would blanket reject anything that looked like a map. So
I've never had that experience, and we've used Map for years.
Yeah, so
Maps for years.
Great. So this is it though. This is simple. It's not very fancy.
It's not. It's very straightforward. And not, there's not much copy to it. And I don't know that that's the best image yet. We're going to continue to play with things. A detriment to Facebook lead ads is it is a more active platform. In other words, you can't necessarily, or in most cases, you aren't going to be able to simply set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Over time, you will see diminishing returns, and you may have to freshen up the ad with a new image or new copy, whatever, versus, for example, Google pay-per-click, where if you get if you have some success and you
can leave
invest enough to get the data, it can actually get better over time without having to do a whole lot.
And Josh, I'm working on this similar angle on Google now, so we can share with everybody, but it's not totally sussed out yet.
Yeah.
This iteration. And this is the lead form, guys, in case you're wondering, you're not familiar with Facebook lead forms, first name, last name, email, phone. The important part of this is that you're getting an accurate phone number that Facebook has on file.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And Tanya says, "Oh, I haven't set up a voice drop in kvCORE bomb." So that is an additional paid service. Yep. That is an additional paid service. It's in their marketplace, right? It's not included, and they have different pricing tiers. And honestly, when I've got campaigns running, I pray for the highest tier, and I run out of credits every month. I run out of the voicemails.